Hey everyone, come on in, make yourself comfortable. Grab that snack, grab that beverage. I hope it's coffee because I hope I'm preparing you for your morning day, giving you some energy. I'm running out of energy, so I'm going to try to keep this higher energy, but I'm fading fast. I'm going to show you a toy today. No box, and you're like, what the hell? There's a box right there. But that's not the toy that I'm going to show you. This is the AlphaDrome database, and I'm going to show you the Lunar robot because here is the common brown one. And down here, though, you see that they made a different color version over there. But this amazing prototype here, which I believe they only made like 2 or 3. So what do I have going on? Well, let's shift over here and check this out, my friends. Here is the second or maybe third. I'm not sure if there's 2 or 3 of these. There, I have to have the camera looking exactly how I want, and I have to have the picture in frame exactly how I want. You know, before I roll into this one, besides always the obligatory take a second to subscribe, especially if you're lurking, and you're frequently lurking. I'm like shocked that there's these Facebook groups, of which I belong to, the toy groups, of which I post these videos all the time. And there's like 7,000 members, 3,000 members, 12,000 members. What the hell are you guys doing on those groups? Subscribe to this damn channel. How the hell do you have thousands of those? And I have like the coolest toys ever put on freaking video platform, any of these platforms, YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey. What are you guys doing on these groups? You're like asleep at the switch. Anyway, you know, share them. Well, I put them on the groups. But if you're a current subscriber and you're in those groups, not these knuckleheads on the head and say, hey man, subscribe to this channel for the coolest toys ever. And you know what? As you're sipping your coffee saying, when is this guy going to shut the heck up and show us more of the toy? I got to ask you a question. Seriously, I'd like to know. When I say grab a drink, grab a snack, what time is it there when you're watching this? That's my question. If you leave a remark, you know what? Tell me what time it is. Is it actually breakfast? Are you having like a muffin, a Danish coffee, tea, whatever it might be, a banana? Is it lunch? Are you having a slice of pizza? Is it dinner? You're having like pasta, spaghetti, and meatballs? Maybe you're having like a chicken pot pie. Who the hell knows? Maybe it's like midnight. You met some like hottie in the club, and you're home at your place, and you're pouring a scotch and soda, and you're going to put on some 70s Barry White or something to get the mood going. It's just kind of interesting, you know, because I know there's people from all over the place. So that's if you do leave a remark, say, you know what, it was around like 2 a.m. and I met X, you know, and we're ready to, you know, watch a romantic movie. Or, you know, I just got up, I'm getting the Sandman out of my eyes, and I popped that Keurig in, and now I'm just going to heat up a breakfast burrito. You know, it's interesting, you know. Or I'm sitting at Starbucks, and it's brunch for me there. That would just even for the audience. Anyway, so now that I got all this BS out of the way, what are we looking at here? We're looking at the prototype Yonezawa Lunar robot. Now, as you saw at the AlphaDrome page, their prototype was in a light blue. This one is a tan, and I gotta tell you, not because I own it, I really mean that sincerely. I think this looks better because it's a little more striking. The tin plate here is blue consistently. As far as I know, the red one's a different color, but the other ones are blue. So it pops better against the yellow. And yellow and blue, let's face it, are really cool colors that bounce off of each other. Anyway, and then the red arms are also obviously very cool, match the dome, the feet. So I think out of the 2, at least that we know of now, these remote versions, unboxed, I think the yellowish, tannish is a little nicer. So let's get a close-up of the toy. You know, I was listening to the haphazard video that I made, and the microphone almost had no effect, which is funny, other than the feedback. So you got this smiling, happy fellow here. Brian at Alpha Drome said that this reminds him of the Thunder robot. I don't really get that too much, to be honest with you. I don't think it reminds me of the Thunder at all. Other than it's like a face on a body, like the whole robot. It's kind of like a big face. But it's cool. So anyway, what do you got going on here? You got a smiley face, eyes, and you got some nice tin lithography dials and meters here, gauges, and you have some more details there. They should have added some rivet details. If they had some molded rivet details, this would have looked a little cooler in my opinion. But you do have this very cool dome here with a light, that little wheat light. And then you have his arms here with the claws. Here you have the modification. There's your Yonezawa logo there. See that? Yes, see that? It's right over there. And I believe this would be where the switch for the wind-up would have been. But of course, over here you got this metal grommet and the wires coming in. So really the main, I believe like when I got this toy, what I was told, and by the way, the legs are just kind of like a shiny metal. They almost look like a color in the picture on Alpha Drone, but they're not. One explanation to me was that the plastic, the color variations was almost like an experiment on the plastic. I don't know if that's, really the case. But, could be. Who am I? Who am I to dispute any information that comes from the source where I actually got something like this? Anyway, the remote is a very simple. This utilizes 2 C batteries, a single button. And thank the Lord, I do know it works. So without further ado, on this limited walking area of a desk, let's turn him on. You know what? Should I turn off the lights? What do you guys think? Nah. Let's see. Ooh, not bad. Not bad. But you know what? I am going to slide over here. Look at that. We're in the dark now. We are in the dark. Oh, you can't really see it, can you? But you sure see that lighting effect. I had to try it. What have you got to lose? So that's where he ended up. I guess it was too dark, right? And you know what? I'm going to run it one more time. I'd rather end it with you seeing it working, not in that complete darkness. Very cool. I really, really like this. You know why? It's petite. Doesn't take up a ton of room. This surface, I mentioned it before. This surface of this desk here is very grippy. The wood would be a little more slippery. Although, it has more of a friction element than the floor, obviously. So the stuff will gain a little more traction, But again, it works well for these smaller toys with limited range. Obviously, if it had a big, giant battery up that's like this big, that needs, room to go, it wouldn't work. Or if the toy itself is just big. So anyway, my friends, that was your prototype. Very rare, maybe only a handful of these ever made on the planet. And I believe this is one of one, the color. So this is probably the only tan version of this. It could only be 2 or 3 maybe. So half a hand, 2 fingers and a half a finger maybe made. And let me know what you think of it. Do you like prototypes? I dig prototypes. This is a working prototype. I mean, this is a prototype that kind of, slipped through the cracks. I don't know how they got out, you know what I mean, from Metal House. But be that as it may, I'm happy as heck to have it. So again, if you like this kind of stuff, don't forget to thumb up the video. And again, if you're on these freaking groups, and please, like I said, share it. I'm not on Instagram. I should be. I'm not. But if you're on Instagram, if you're on Twitter, Gab, or any of these other groups, share them if there's toy groups out there. The only groups I belong to are Facebook. So, and I do post them there, but try to get more people involved so that we can see some continued growth. I would greatly appreciate it. With that, thanks as always for your time. I always appreciate you joining me. I hope you have a splendid rest of the day or evening. And with that, I'll talk to you later.